9. Most people would argue that a single 9 is the worst lead in cribbage. Again, I got to tell you, I made the All-American team with this hand right here. Twice in playoff tournaments for tournament wins. It gave me the points to put me there. I had this hand and needed 20 points to win. If you lead the 3, the hand is dead. Forget about any large pegs. If the dealer has got a double run of face cards, and in one case he had the 3, but he was afraid to put the 3 on my 9. Now you see what happens? If you got a double run of face cards and I play this hand 9, you make the count 19. Where does my 3 put the count?
22.
22.
Yeah.
And you say go. 25, thank you. 28 for 6 and to go is 7. Goodbye. This works often enough that you need to try it. You need to try it that way because the dealer plays a double run of face cards and pitches the 5 to the crib. Lots of times. Plays a double run of face cards 3 times as often as does the non-dealer. Because the non-dealer keeps the 5 with the face cards and the dealer pitches the 5 to the crib. When you get this hand, try it. Also, if you need smaller numbers of pegs and you got a 9, 2, 3, 4, this could also be an 8, 2, 3, 4 or an 8, 3, 4, 5. If you're needing pegs, more than 2, lead the large card. You'll be amazing how often it opens up runs for you. The dealer will be holding a 5, and you may also get another run with the deuce. You see how that works?
Absolutely.
I play 9, you put a queen on it for 19. I could say 22. I like to make the count even, by the way. I'll talk a little bit about that because it's very important to avoid these. Well, we'll get there. But I like to make the count 22, but you could make it 23 in this case because you're searching for the 5. You get 31 for 5. Now this works with either this hand like this. Sometimes you want to try it with a 9, 3, 2, 1. I mean, it's not spectacular. Sometimes 9, 3, 3, 4. 9, 3, 3, 4 works really good sometimes. So there's a lot of combinations here where if you're seeking pegs, lead the large card. Unfortunately, what most people do, if they're in the habit of leading a 3 or 4, that's what they do. Don't make any difference where they are on the board, they lead the 3 or the 4. And here, if you're looking for offensive pegs, and you lead the 3, which is the defensive lead to make, right? Because you've got the 9, you've already destroyed any pegging potential. So if you don't get to 15, you're probably not going to get diddly. Keeping 3 cards in sequence if you need offensive pegs. Very important. Very important. If you can't keep 3 in sequence, keep 2. Hoping to catch one that your opponent has. But it's always a wise thing, if you're dealing especially, to score. When you play your last 2 cards, there ought to be a score most of the time. It could be a 15, a pair, or you kept 2 cards in sequence because it looked like your opponent had a 7 or a 5 and you kept a 4, 6. I mean, they're not in sequence, but if your opponent is afraid to lead that 5, hey Todd, how many times do you see a 15 for 5 and a go on the last card played?
31 for,
Yeah, a 4, 10, and a 5. Because the player is afraid to lead the 5, so they hang on to it, and the dealer's seen a face card already, so the dealer is thinking the sucker's got a 5. So he keeps a 4 and a 6. And I see a lot of games won by that play right there. 5 and 1 is 6. I'm out.
think I did that twice on the weekend.
Yeah, sure. I know you're good at it. And but you can all do that. You can all do that. Everybody's at a different place in terms of the development of their game. I'm always excited by these classes because it opens up new windows of learning for me. I have not reached the point where I know this game. I know quite a bit about it, but I haven't reached the point where I consider I know all there is to know about it. And I hope that's a challenge for all of you, that as long as you live and play this game, there's something about it that you can continue to learn. Okay.